Hi beauties, my name is Jazz and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, I discuss everything fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. Today, affordable vintage find. I don't think I ever thought that I would be here. I want to preface this video by saying I am not an expert. I am learning. Reselling and kind of buying vintage bags is not my expertise, but I'm learning. I think I did a good job. I'm sharing my tips on what I found from other great, amazing people on the internet. So let's just start with the video. So this summer I was scrolling on TikTok and I came across this young lady, and I'll show you guys the video, of course, so you guys know what I'm talking about.
Japanese resellers that I've purchased secondhand designer from, and the criteria that I look for to make sure that they're legit before I make a purchase. So this is who I purchased that Tom Ford era Gucci bag from originally. Brand dear. It came in that beautiful pink Gucci box. Arrived within like less than a week. Fantastic. I've purchased a Ferragamo Wanda bag from this reseller. Arrived in amazing condition. Purchased a Gucci canvas bag from this reseller. Same story. Another super reliable reseller. And a Celine bag from this same reseller like a year or two ago. Fantastic experience as well. Okay, so what I look for in these resellers before I make a purchase is pretty consistent across all of these. We'll take this one for example. So they've sold a lot of items. So anything over like a couple hundred, I feel like you're in a safe spot. And then having a rating that's like above a 97%, you're pretty much golden, and that's it. That's like the only criteria that I'm really looking for.
So she's like, I'm scrolling and she's like, oh, I found this amazing vintage bag, Tom Ford era, Gucci for $200. So of course, like my eyes, like, I'm like, oh, excuse me, what? So the next video she has, she's talking about how she found a reseller, a Japanese reseller on eBay, and she got this Tom Ford bag for $200. Now, I have never, excuse me, in my adult years, have anything, a luxury handbag under, well for me, probably under $1,000, right? Anything under $1,000 you would think would be beat up, like messed up, garbage, like something that you found that just looks like crap. So I took her tips, went to eBay. This is over the summer, this is probably like June, July. Took her tips and I was kind of just like scrolling, having things saved on my watch list on eBay. Cool. Didn't pull the plug because I feel like I just didn't feel comfortable. Lo and behold, one of our favorites, Tashira on Politics and Fashion, she shared her video, and of course I will link that down below. If you didn't see the video, I suggest watching that because the newbies like myself and maybe you would get great tips, because every time I found like a vintage bag, I even told Tashira, I was like, it looks like a piece of garbage. It looks like somebody stepped on it. It looks like crap. So I watched her video and they were great, amazing tips. So after watching her video, I felt a little bit more comfortable to pull the plunge on this bag. Now, one of her tips that she suggested that I never really paid attention to, and of course there's different levels of rebuying like vintage bags from resellers. Of course for me, eBay, I know they have an authentication program, but for me I probably wouldn't go over $500 from the sellers that I will tell you guys about, just because that's what I feel comfortable with. Now if one of my bags that I love is the way they puzzle, like the mini, I feel like I would go somewhere like Fashion File, because again I would just feel more comfortable. They have a great authentication program, and you can return, you can go in the store down the city. I would probably feel more comfortable if I was spending over $1,000. So going back to the first young lady's video that I was talking about, I took her tips. So I went on eBay and I just was searching things. Like they have a lot of Fendi on there that you can receive, Loewe, just a lot of different things. Now, of course, with the condition, this is where it gets very tricky, because things do look beat up. So I took Tashira's tip. She said, look at the corners, look at everything, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take the plunge. I really wanted a suede bag, so of course you guys know suede is trending, even though we know suede's not a trend, but it's trending. So I kind of wanted like this bag that's like a dupe for the row. So I saw it on Amazon. It's 100% suede, and I'm like, this bag is $145 on Amazon. Like, if I'm gonna spend $145, I might as well go take my money and go to Amazon and just try this vintage reseller Japanese thing out, right? So I did. And I got the Gucci bamboo handle suede handbag. which I'll show you guys. It did not come in this dust bag. This dust bag is my Stuart Weitzman dust bag that came with the boots. So I ordered it. Now, can I tell you, this bag came to my house like in 2 days, like DHL, boom, boom, boom. I actually missed it. I was like, wow, whoa, fast. Return policy is great. So the #1 tip with the Japanese resellers that are on eBay is to obviously look at how many things they have sold and their ratings. So I believe the one I showed was Brand Street or Brand Street Tokyo, which has like amazing reviews. They have amazing stars. They've sold like 90,000 items. So I just felt a little bit more comfortable. Now, you know Gucci's in there. You know Gucci's one of my favorite brands. I feel like I have, how many bags? I have 2. That's one of my favorite brands. So I have 2 handbags. Nothing under $200, nothing even under $1,000. That was when I was in my Europe era, just, you know, but now with the prices of these vintage bags, I don't know when I will have like a newer Gucci bag. So lo and behold, here we have it. Here we have it. Now, do I love it? Absolutely, I love it. I get the bamboo handle that is like on trend for Gucci right now. I get the trend of the suede. It has feet on the bottom. Now, one thing that I was scared of, like watching Tashara's video, was the smell. Like I was so afraid of the smell. I was like, oh my God, it's gonna smell so bad. And it just smells like an old bag. It doesn't smell, nothing that I'm like, oh my God, get rid of the bag. Nothing that smells really bad. So looking up close, like when I got it out, it came in like just plastic wrapping, and I was okay with that. I was like, okay, like it didn't come with a dust bag or anything, which I mean, I paid with tax. I think the bag came to $215. I mean, what, excuse me, what more can I ask for, you know? So the suede looks here like, does it look like a vintage bag? Absolutely. Like when I looked at the corners are in perfect condition. So I'm not sure if you guys can see, but the corners are in perfect condition like here. So nothing that looks frayed. Like the top of it here, the top of the bag here, nothing is frayed. It looks great. The only thing that there is, and I'm not sure, maybe one of you guys can help me out. The only thing that you can see is like a little spotting on the suede, which again, I'm not, like of all the bags, they had a few of these bags at Brand Street Tokyo that were just, the corners looked horrible. They were like under $150, but the corners looked terrible. It just looked stepped on. The freaking bamboo strap was off. I was like, well, why would you want to buy why would you want to buy this bag if the handle was broken? But maybe people like to fix them themselves. But that's the only thing I would say is a little bit rough. I'm not sure. When I had tried to get a bag cleaned before, and maybe somebody can help me out in the comments, let me know if I can get like the suede cleaned a little bit. But that's the only thing. But I kind of even like that because it kind of gives like the cool vintage looking feel. Can you believe it? So $215, I'm clearly like in love with it. I know I'm gonna wear it a lot. The only thing I thought it would have, so I would say on Brand Street Tokyo and a lot of these Japanese resellers that are on eBay, they're very detailed with the pictures. I will say, like, I'm not like, oh, you sold me this, but I got something else. Like the pictures were amazing. They showed it on the arm. They're very responsive when you ask questions. I have no complaints. The shipping, I mean, I got this faster than the Zara order. Like I don't understand how it was done. I don't know, but I'm absolutely in love with it. I think it's incredible. It's pretty great. The only thing I was hoping, like I never had, like for Gucci, I never had a bag that had the handles like this, which is obviously part of their classic and their era of Gucci bags. But I was like, is this gonna like hurt my hands? It feels fine, but I was hoping that it had like the little little gold tabs inside so that I could put like a suede strap to put it across my body, because the bag is big enough but not too big where you can kind of still do a crossbody. So I figured, I guess if I do something like that, I could put the straps here, which is fine. So yeah, this is what I think. So let me give you some other tips and show you the inside of the bag. It just looks like a little bit like regular, like worn. I feel like when I purchased the bag, like we have the clasp inside here, and just when I naturally purchased the bag, these are the pictures that were shown. So it looks fine. It's pretty open inside, and the smell is like again, like normal scratches inside the bag. It doesn't look crazy. I'm not sure if you guys can even see, but it's just like normal wear, normal scratches. The smell feels fine. Just a little bit of the scuffiness that's on the actual bag itself. But so far, like, I'm impressed. I really can't complain. Let me show you guys inside again if it can. Yeah, just normal scratches of like an old bag. Not mad at it at all. They're a little bit on the eBay market, vintage market. So there's a few things that I have on my watch list. Now, are a lot of things realistic? Probably not. Like, so of course when you're looking at like Louis Vuitton, I would say Fendi, Chanel, the prices are like really high, which makes sense, but you have to just kind of keep looking. And even if like Brand Street Tokyo, which is like a popular seller on eBay, if you keep looking at things, you will find things for a good price. Now I will say, like, when you message some of these sellers, they're pretty responsive, like pretty quickly, and sometimes if you have it added in your cart, they'll offer you like 10% or a discount to buy it within the 24 hours, and most of them have great return policies. So if you feel uncomfortable with the item like this, like even though I just got it, I'm gonna figure out the suede part. I'm gonna figure that out on on my own and figure out what I could do to kind of just brush it up a little bit. But again, I still love the bag. I think for the price, I honestly can't complain. So one of the things that are on my wish list is this Louis Vuitton. This is Brand Street Tokyo. Probably one of my favorites when it comes to the Japanese resellers that I have found. So Brand Street Tokyo, like looking at their profile, they have 99.3% positive feedback. So the feedback is pretty much like 25 stars. Then they have 62,000 followers, and they have sold 84,000 items. Now, as far as their authentication process, I'm not sure of it, but they're pretty legit. They have like a lot of items sold. People trust them, and I feel like the things that I do find that are vintage, they look vintage. So it's not like I got this bag and it's like, oh, in the perfect condition, where you're like kind of questioning, is this real? And when I showed you guys the inside, you can see, even with this bag, you can see like the Gucci like on the clasp here, like it's like rubbed off. So it is like, it to me, oh crap, a vintage like Gucci bag, which I'm excited to have, because I feel like all the Gucci bags I have, I paid full price. Even my horse bit, well, I paid full price, but that was cheaper being that I was in Paris. So this, I've been seeing a lot of this bag, and I think it's really cool. I probably won't get it because I have this suede bag for my suede itch for the fall/winter. But this one is the Louis Vuitton Anagram Amazonia 28 handbag. I've seen a lot of cool like vintage Louis Vuitton bags. Now you guys know, like with the price increase for Louis Vuitton bags, it's just really hard to kind of get that under, I'm gonna say probably under $3,000, or depending on what you want, especially like that mini puzzle bag that I want. Now looking at the condition of this, like the pictures, like underneath, it looks a little beat up. It looks a little beat up. Yeah, and you see like the corners, the Shira's tips, like the corners look a little bent and dent. It's probably not the best item to get. I would probably pass on that, and the handles look very worn. But again, if you know somebody who will clean something up and make it nice, buff it up, make it shine, then I will go with it. But that was on my like kind of watch list, because I was like, oh, this is cool. Then I saw this Chanel chain waist bag. This is 1,080, which again, I probably wouldn't do that. I feel like if I'm gonna go over 1,000, I feel like I might go to the Real, probably more so Fashion File. Fashion File has great pictures. They, I can go downtown to the their store in Chelsea, and just feel a little bit more comfortable. But the pictures look great. It's a belt bag. It's, oh, this one, so, oh, my mistake. So I told you, I'm a beginner, don't come for me. So this one, on this for Brand Street Tokyo, for this Chanel bag, it has the checkmark authenticity guarantee. Oh, see, I'm learning. I'm learning as I'm doing this, that if you buy Chanel, because I knew I heard like eBay had an authenticity program. So I guess if it has like this little check mark, it's authentic. Okay, great. glad I figured that out with you guys. But so if for this belt bag, you have the authenticity guarantee. All the pictures are amazing. The belt bag is great. Like, it shows the pictures from Brand Street Tokyo, probably all the sellers that I found are absolutely amazing. So this is like $1,000. And even the perforations that they're showing in the actual tag for the belt, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. So that's on the watch list as well. And then I still, now that I kind of got this black suede bag, I'm not sure if I still want this bag, but this came from now it's out of stock. Okay, so let me look at another seller. So another seller that I found, DCT-EPT, they had 99.7 feedback. They have 12K followers and 16K items sold. So a lot less actually than Brand Street Tokyo, which, I mean, you know, sure. I mean, it depends on what you want. But then they have, like, so for instance, I saw this authentic Fendi Zucca canvas leather tote bag from Fendi, which is like so cute, so chic. I definitely want something Zucca printed. So this one is $671. Usually, like, the Fendis, again, too, are priced a little bit higher. Like, if you see, I haven't saw like a Dior when I've been searching. So usually I'll just search. I'll start by searching something. Like if I did a Dior saddle, a lot of the Diors, they have really cool vintage just across eBay and like a lot of the Japanese sellers. But they, like, I don't feel like I'm that much of a pro yet to be doing Dior and stuff like that. Like, let me just take my time. Like, I took my $200 time and we'll go with that. So this one we're looking at is the authentic Fendi Zucca canvas leather tote bag, which looks great. So the pictures look great. The handles look a little scuffed, but again, normal. It doesn't look scratched. Like, the Fendi piece looks fine. The stitching looks really great. And this one is $671 or best offer. So I'm not sure how, you know, good they will go or how low they will go, but it doesn't hurt to send a message. It doesn't hurt to send a message, but I definitely think this is kind of the route that, not that I'll be going for a while, because you guys know I'm not a super handbag person, but I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on this, because why would I not, right? Like, why would I not? So this is like, you know, what I've been finding, and it's kind of fun. Like, I add all these things. It's kind of like all those things, like when you add all these things to your cart. I'm like liking, putting thof my watch list, and then eBay will email you. I'm like, yeah, I don't want that bag. I just like to have fun with it, just to, again, to see what's on the market, what strikes my eye, and kind of just keeping my eyes peeled to the eBay vintage game, because, you know, I like this. I can kind of just see it in front of my eyes, but I definitely want to be like buying more vintage and just paying more attention to it and learning more about it. So if you guys have any more tips, leave them down below. But this is something that I find, and like, I know like some people are so great with Fashion File and like Vestiaire Collective, and I just like, I like things that are made easy for me. I like big pictures. Sometimes with Vestiaire Collective, if I search something, things from Vestiaire Collective will come up, but then they have like 2 pictures, and I'm just like, oh, I'm scared, you know? So I've been liking this. So definitely let me know what you guys think. Have you tried the eBay Japanese market out on eBay? What do you guys think? Even this bag that, remember I told you guys, excuse me, I'm coming down with like, I think a little tickle, but this bag that I wanted, I still want it, but I'm just not sure yet, because now my options have broadened. Like, my options have broadened. I don't know, but this patent Fendi bag that I like is $788.50, which again, pricey for this. I mean, not pricey, but you know what I mean. But like $800. Like, if I got something that wasn't in the best condition and I paid $800 on this, I'm gonna be mad. But whereas something like this, like a Fendi, I might feel more comfortable on Fashion File, or something where I just feel like there's not final sale. But I will say they offer the returns, which is really, really good. So let me know what you guys think. Any tips for cleaning the suede on here? But I like her. She's going with my vibe. You know, I love black and brown. I'm loving it. I think it's great. I'm just gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure this out. But those are my tips. Just keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled, ladies, and just see what's out there. Message, look at pictures, Google. I would definitely say Google to see what other people have just on the market in general, so you know and you feel comfortable. But I think it's a win. It's a win for me. Let me know what you guys think. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. And until next time, guys, be safe and be well.